this is what I call middle of nowhere, guys. Good morning from Semey. It's a beautiful morning. Have a look. Sun is shining, but cold. I guess it's around 0 degrees or even less. And today, on my way to Kurchatov, which is a town located about 200 kilometers away from here. Kurchatov is famous for its nuclear testing between 49 and 89. Excited to go there today to see the underground nuclear testing sites of the Soviets. Let's go, guys! You can't see it, I don't have hair, but it's windy as shit. Is that the river you were talking about?
Yeah, that is this river.
Welcome to the Polygon. Polygon testing site, guys. 18,000 square kilometers.
10.3 million cubic meters of soil were thrown up to 1.5 kilometers and when falling formed these hills. It took the dust 50 days to settle.
So getting ready with my protective suit here to go to the lake. You guys are looking great. Huh? So guys, how do I look? Let's go! Behind me a lake, but not just a lake. This is an atomic lake, guys, which was created by an underground explosion, 140 kilotons in 1965 by the Soviet Union. Isn't it just incredible how big this thing is? Look at this. ...456 tests, nuclear tests, were conducted here in this area. Some atmospheric tests and 112 underground tests here. This explosion, just to put it in context, Hiroshima was 15 kilotons and this one was 140. Massive hole, which was filled by the nearby river. The lake is over half a kilometer wide, 100 meter deep in the middle, 187 meter borehole. Apparently this lake has a low radiation. In fact, there are some people swimming. There are even fishermen coming and catching fish. So why do we wear protective suits? It's because of the dust here around. And you don't really want to touch anything. Still contamination. Later we're going to visit some boreholes here. And here we have rubbish from the fishermen who come here. Oh, I wonder what the fish tastes here. The explosion took place here in 1965. And all that dust and all the hills were formed artificially. Apparently, there were about 1.5 million households affected by all those tests based on Kazakh experts. This is in the middle of freaking nowhere. It looks like a different planet here. They used to do all sorts of tests here. Atmospheric, underground, surface, 456 tests. A nice view of the lake here. I'm about to fly away, guys. It's so windy. What is this?
Take samples of air and water.
Oh, okay.
To check if the radioactive water leaks in the river.
I see.
Samples of air.
Samples of air.
There is a leakage of water from the lake to the river. It is very good for birds. In such a windy weather, birds like it. In the winter, in the bad weather, they stay here. They also make nests here.
31 meters. Here we've got the nearby river, and you can see there it just went through and filled the crater which is up here. How cool is that? It's like during COVID, you didn't have to bother what you look like.
Right.
So now on the way to the borehole. First borehole is Degelen Mountain Complex, or also known as Complex 116, which was used for a series of underground nuclear tests, including tests involving detonation of nuclear devices at various depths underground. And then after, we go to Balapan Complex, which was used for conducting experiments involving detonation of nuclear devices deep underground. And then elevator silos of underground laboratory, and at the end, commander points. This thing is keeping you super hot and warm. I'm glad to take it off soon. But it's cool to walk around here. There's absolutely nobody. Full impact of radiation exposure was hidden for many years by Soviet authorities. It has only come to light since the test site closed in 1991. Finally getting rid of it.
In this valley in Balapan, the main issue was to avoid spoiling groundwaters. Groundwaters here was between 30 and 80 meters depth, not shallower and not deeper. So explosion should take place much deeper than. Across whole test site, the least depth is 330 meters, even if capacity is very little. Here capacity was only 5 kilotons, and it was made for science. First borehole is drilled just 90 centimeters in diameter. Then it is enforced for full depth by 1 centimeter thick steel pipe. Another smaller pipe is inserted inside, and all space between these two pipes is filled by concrete for full depth, even if it is up to a kilometer. Then in the rest, by cable and tight ropes, device is detonating device is inserted. Then power cables, signaling cables, sensors, whatever you may need. Then sealing begins. For whole depth, it is sealed like this: 12 meters of concrete, 12 meters of such crushed stone or chopped wood or sand, another 12 meters of concrete, and it alternates up to the surface. So when it detonates, of course, concrete is hard, it just moves and back and forth, and these soft substances absorb the shock. Standard of safety was such that even a leak of air without radiation was considered as an incident. In total, 11 incidents were reported in 112 tests. In one of them, contamination area was about 30 square meters. In other one, it was much bigger and reached 100 kilometers distance to Chagan base. After detonation, 40 minutes later, radiation and chemical safety team comes and begins measuring everything. Why 40 minutes? Because within first 40 minutes after detonation, radiation decreases dramatically, almost 60 times. Then if everything is safe, they approve others to come. Technicians, engineers, scientists come and disconnect all their devices, take out discs, tapes, cartridges, whatever, bobbins, and take it to the laboratory. Radiation team stays here for next 24 hours, keeps measuring once in 3 hours. If it is safe, next day they leave and come here once a month to check, just randomly, once a quarter. February of 1989, the radiation team slept over the night. They didn't make measurements, and it was when radiation leak took place, and by the wind it was blown to air base. At the next stop we will see the same, but their capacity was bigger, and the whole ceiling sank for several meters. So now we will see, next stop we will see how big the boreholes are.
I'm standing right here. 5 kiloton detonation happened here. Let's go to the next borehole. There you can see actually the hole. This one was covered with gravel. Oh, 53 kiloton explosion here. This is the trench. The power cables were lying here. It's apparently very valuable, which were taken by looters. This is the elevator to the underground laboratory.
A few years ago, this is entrance to the cabin, and cabin of the elevator is still visible, hanging at the top. It was flat. You could come, walk, and see the elevator. It goes down to the underground laboratory, which is 86 meters deep. And looters, after finding pieces of quartzite, hope to find some gold, because gold very often goes along with quartzite.
Maybe we find gold.
Yeah.
Wow, some serious pieces here. So apparently there's still some stuff in there, huh?
That 4 looters went in there, ropes.
Yeah, from the top or what?
Yeah, there's still stuff in there, but it's all flooded in water.
Yeah. Let's try to get up here. It's like walking in Dubai on sand dunes. Well, I didn't find gold, but at least some crystal. Another piece here. Quartz everywhere. So this must be the bunker in front of us, no?
Yeah. This used to be command point for nuclear tests, for underground tests. It was made like a bunker. From the top for several meters it was covered with big thick layer of soil, so that from space and from the air it looked like a hill. It was very difficult to recognize. The entrance was here. You may see, imagine the size. This part is destroyed, wall went like this. And where I stand now, there was a big rolling door, 4 meters in diameter, 2 meters thick. It was rotated by 2 electric motors. Entrance was here. It was designed to sustain direct hit by atomic bomb. So you see the thickness of wall, ceiling, almost 2 meters. And it is also enforced by very thick steel bars. The density of stuffing was almost 600 kilograms per cubic meter of concrete. And concrete was also special type M900 for fortification. It was used to test sustainability of infrastructure like buildings, metro stations, bunkers, etc., or missile launchers. Also, one of tests was made just in 650 meters in that direction from it. And by the year 1975, confidence in the safety of underground technology was so great that one of tests was made just in 6 meters from it. Well, I'll show you where it is.
We might as well try it from this side.
That door you see is more than half locked, but you can enter through it.
Yeah. Cool. Shit. Careful, just made it. Still wouldn't want to be in here when detonations are happening. This must have been the door. This is massive, huh? Oh. Yeah, this is all the steel. So this bunker could withstand heat from the explosions. Well, wouldn't want to be in there. 8 kiloton bomb was exploding here, right next to the bunker. Oh, I wonder if they felt it inside. So, what do we have here?
That's ICBM for R36 and R36M rocket. In NATO classification it is SS-18 and SS-18M. Looters, and they dug all of this to take it out from here. It was just close to the surface. You still part of the its structure here, there, and it was much bigger. Same way like for the bunker. theft of weapon was conducted here. Closest to it was 400 meters and 420 meters. After the detonation, specialists would come and check first concrete structure, cracks, sustainabilities and connections.
That was the rocket launcher site. So apparently there are some other, well, there are some sites here in the Polygon that are not accessible and that are closed off, and apparently there are some Americans are doing something hidden and nobody knows. Apparently it's common knowledge here that it is for nuclear waste, but yeah, they keep it a secret and you cannot go and visit. So guys, this was very interesting today to see the Polygon here and testing sites and bunkers underground. That's it for today. On my way to Kurchatov, we'll call it a day and check me out on part 2. From the Polygon, that's it from me. Thanks for watching and until next time, cheers.